So, what if you only shifted one thing this week? Can that one shift enhance your life and change your life? Well, the answer to that is absolutely yes. Because it's the small shifts that make the biggest differences in our life. So, let's take one example. What if you are addicted to staying up late every night? And so that addiction to staying up late because, it's your only time to maybe relax. You want to scroll, you keep scrolling, you get heavily down the rabbit hole of TikTok. And then before you know it, it's, midnight, 1 a.m. You haven't done anything productive. You haven't done anything to really enhance your mind. Then you go to sleep. You try to go to sleep. But because you were looking at the blue screen for the past, 2 hours or hour and a half, that your brain is stimulated. Your subconscious mind is going crazy because you were watching all this craziness that's going on in the world, and it's playing on your subconscious mind, whether you want to believe that or not. And then you're having a hard time sleeping. And then you wake up to go to work the next day. You press snooze several times because you're exhausted, and you start your day all over again, playing in the same rhythms. Day to day, day to day. Nothing has shifted. Nothing's changed. Your life is still revolving in the same order. You're still unhappy. You're still feeling, maybe with no purpose. So you take that one step, that one shift, that one decision to shift the one thing, which is, I'm going to go to bed early. I'm going to go to bed early. I'm going to go to bed at 10 o'clock. Come hell or high water, I'm going to go to bed at 10 o'clock. And you make that decision and you stick to that decision. And then what happens? You go to bed at 10, you fall asleep, you have a good night's sleep because your body is so desperately needing the extra hours, and you wake up the next morning feeling refreshed and you feel really good. Your cortisol is not raised, so you're not craving all the junk food that you typically normally crave throughout the day because your cortisol levels aren't going haywire. You're feeling a little bit more on task because your mind is, you've had that rest. And so when we sleep, we're be able to not only regenerate and heal our body, but we're able to heal and regenerate our brain. And so now your brain is working efficiently and you're able to think and you feel so powerful. And now you have all these creative ideas and these things that you want to shift and change in your life. That's day one. So you do that again and you do that again and you do that again. And then, you make a second change. The week after that, you make a different change, which is, I'm not going to look at my phone 1 hour before I go to bed. So then you're not playing into those things that are on your subconscious mind. You're going to meditate, or you're going to listen to something positive, or you're going to listen to an audible that's going to uplift you and just bring you a lot of joy or inspiration, or you're going to read, or you're going to go for a walk with your loved one, or you're going to take your kids and do something fun, or you're going to do a craft with your kids, or you're going to have downtime to do whatever it is you want to do that you haven't done or given yourself the opportunity to do in a long time. So you do that. And that's the second shift. And then that escalates into some other wonderful things because you're noticing and you're starting to see the results of that simple shift. Okay? And then 2 or 3 weeks after that, you make another decision for a shift. I'm going to start moving my body. I'm going to start moving it. I'm going to start going for a walk every day. I'm going to incorporate some strength training while my kid is watching a TV show. I'm going to sit there and talk to them as I'm lifting some weights, grab some dumbbells. I'm going to do plank. I'm going to, run on the spot. I'm going to do a whole bunch of stuff as my kid is watching TV and we're chatting during the commercials, or I guess people don't really watch regular cable anymore, but you know what I mean? While they're doing whatever. Maybe your kid gets involved with you in the exercise. And it's something you guys do together. And you are able to have that time, and connect with each other. And that's going to shift. This is just a slight example that I wanted to give you guys, that tiny changes make lasting impacts on your life. And the problem with most of us is that we have the same thoughts we think over and over every single day of our life. And we say we're going to do something and we never stick to our word. And when we don't stick to our word, what happens is that not only affects the other people that we maybe give our word to, but it heavily affects us. And it makes us not trust our word. And then we start to develop more lower self-esteem, lower self-worth. And that, my friends, is also on a subconscious level. We don't even notice that. We don't notice every time we give our word to do something, we don't do it, how it affects us on a cellular level, on a subconscious level, and that how it affects our self-esteem or self-worth or self-confidence, but it does. So you start to follow through with your word and see how that impacts you and shifts your life and changes your life and up levels your life in so many ways. It makes such a big difference. And those are just some small examples, and you can keep going from there. How are you going to shift? How are you going to shift? How are you shift? And you just keep shifting and expanding and growing and seeing your life change. And in 6 months, you're a whole completely different person. You are that better version of yourself that you wish that you could have been 5 years ago, but you didn't do anything to change, or you didn't make the slight changes. Why? Because so many people in this day and age are so programmed to believe that it's all or nothing, that we have to go all or nothing, go hard or go home. No, it's not that way. It's finding the ease into it. It's shifting our mind and saying, you know what, this is what I want to do because this feels right. Having better sleep feels right. And then the next day is feeling the effects of that and how it's going to shift and change your life. So I just wanted to bring that to your guys' attention, and that we can shift and change based on small, little, tiny decisions that we make. A decision is all you need to do. You make the decision in your mind and your whole life will change. So, okay guys, I love you, and I'll talk to you in the next video.